Yo, good evening. Right, before I start this video, full disclosure, no offence is intended towards any individual with the first name Tom, Dick or Harry. For those of you that haven't heard the old saying, any old Tom, Dick and Harry, that's what this video is based on. Now what am I talking about? What I'm talking about is when you're waking up in the morning and you're going to, get your breakfast and you're getting yourself prepared for your day, and you're worried about going into your workplace because a Tom, Dick or a Harry is going to give you a hard time, and you know that. For those of you that you go into jobs that you don't enjoy, jobs that you hate going to because people give you a rough time, right? Those Tom, Dick or Harrys, and Harry, who's just joined, hello buddy, again, and Tom. Lads, this has nothing to do with anybody with the first name. If you watch the beginning and you'll get it. When you're going into workplaces and people are taking the piss out of you, and they're making you feel bad about yourself, they're giving you a hard time about the job you're doing, making you feel worthless, making you feel like anything you do is never going to get appraisal, it's never going to get gratitude, you're never going to be thanked for the things that you do that you consider that you've done a good job. My advice and my sole respect and love to all of you is to go up to those people, confront those people and say to them, who do they think they are? Because nobody on this planet has the right to make anybody feel less than what they know they are. It's a little bit more complicated than I wanted to say. What I mean is, nobody has the right to make you feel bad about yourself. Nobody has the right to make you feel like you're doing a shit job. Everybody, and I mean everybody, deserves the right to have somebody who's going to praise them, have somebody who's going to tell them they're doing a good job, you're doing great and all these things, because at the end of the day, that goes a long way. It goes a long way. And, I've had experience, and I'm sure you all have, of situations where you've had to go somewhere and you're dreading meeting somebody because you know what they're going to say to you. You're so worried about situations that are going to arise. And I mean, I've just come from the gym, I've just come from training my back, and for me, one way of building up the confidence to, have this self-respect for myself, to go up to people and confront them when, they're being a certain way that I don't agree with, was, bettering myself in certain ways, and I'm going to go on to the gym, and a lot of people aren't going to, appreciate this kind of thing, but, for those of you that feel shit about yourselves, you look in the mirror and you don't have the body that you want, you're looking and you're thinking, oh, I wish I looked like this, you're looking at your partner and maybe you catch them looking at someone else, their head's turning at a girl or a guy just walking by. My advice to you, is to go and try out something different. Like the whole reason why you don't want to be going down the gym is because you're so, you don't want to make the effort, how difficult it's going to be, how painful it's going to be. And I don't ever agree with that, because the feeling you get after working hard, the feeling you get once, you've achieved something and you've bettered your goals and you've done something worthwhile, means 1,000 words. And once you build that confidence up, once you build that strong persona in yourself, you can achieve anything. You can have the confidence to go up to those people because you know what you're worth. When I first started in the gym, I was a skinny, scrawny lad, everyone else was stronger than me, it seemed to me that I was the weakest out of everybody, everybody walks all over. As soon as I started going to the gym, everything changed. It was like, it was absolutely amazing, I started to have such a confidence in myself, I was like, if I can go through the pain that I can go through in the gym, then nobody deserves the right to say anything to me, to anybody. And, that's my little hidden tip, get down the gym, because you'd be surprised what it does for you. But it's a big thing, and it's a big thing that controls a lot of people's lives, that lack of self-worth, that lack of respect for ourselves. Don't let people walk all over you. I did it for a while, and my solemn advice to you is, no matter how difficult and how much you hate confrontation, don't be afraid of it. And I don't mean going in fist swinging, I don't mean trying to fight people, I mean respectfully showing people that they're not allowed to walk all over you, and it's, I think that so many people are afraid of saying something through the consequences because they've got a good heart, that they don't ever say something, and you live in misery, and at that point you have two choices: you either leave or you face your fears. You know, you face what's coming at you. You face what you've got in front of you, and it's not pleasant. But I know that there are a lot of people that are watching this and that will watch this that are going through a similar thing right now. You know, you're in jobs that you don't particularly like, and there's a specific people or group of people that make you feel like shit. You know, it's inevitable. You know, it's almost like it's a part you've got to tick it off in life. But you know, my advice is to confront that. Don't live in misery. Don't live in the fear of you know what might be, because at the end of the day, most people are taking the mick out of you because they're self-conscious about themselves. And you know, you might be watching this realizing that you're one of those people. And don't get me wrong, like we've all been in situations where, you know, you're attached to a peer group, and you know, you try to adapt to those people, and you might find yourself being somebody who you're not, you know, making little digs at people. But those little digs, let me tell you, they go a long way. You know, and they resonate with people. It's like with children. Like not a lot of people realise that children pick up a lot, you know, and little bits and pieces of what you say to them, they absorb like a sponge. Adults aren't different. There's nothing different to an adult than there is to a child. I don't care whether you're, you know, man or woman, or you've got such high regard to yourself. If somebody says something to you, it can really hit deep. So, you know, be considerate about what you're saying to people. Be considerate about, you know, what your words, the effects your words have on people. Because I don't think many people understand that, you know, and you've got to, because it's, you know, you can't be afraid of showing people respect. In fact, it's not much afraid, it's a necessity. You know, even people who are bad to me, I still show respect. I just walk away, and that's just, you know, that's part of life. But so yeah, that's just that. So yeah, have a great evening, guys. More than likely I'll do one tomorrow. Don't know what the topic is, but have a great evening. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.